Okay, hey guys, this is John, and welcome to Titled Tuesday. I'm playing from the Take studio here in Oslo, Norway. We're about to get started, and I'm not streaming this at present. I'm just doing a local recording, but we might be able to stream it halfway through or something. Maybe I'll be able to do that on my break. But I'm playing Boris, rated 2505. I'm a little nervous because this is the first time I'm playing Title Tuesday in a very long time. And I want to put in a good performance. The time control is just different than what I've played in the past. Well, let's play Bishop D3. We'll keep this kind of normal. It's 5-0 now instead of the old 3+1 time control. So yeah, H3, just a useful move in these structures. Maybe be able to play Bishop F4 coming up. Could have also played Queen C2. So yeah, time management is just crucial with this no increment time control, obviously. Hello, everyone watching, most likely in the future. I'll see if I can get this full recording and maybe post it on my YouTube channel. That would be really cool. Okay, knight f8. Let's go queen c2 now. Bishop d6. I was thinking knight e5. I think that still makes a lot of sense, so I'll do it. And most importantly, I'm playing pretty fast. I'm being very quick about this. Queen e7, okay. Let's play a3. I'm not 100% sure I want to play b4, but it seems like it could be useful. So black puts a stop to that. Let's go rook ac1. I'm just trying to play natural moves again. Oh, bishop e6 makes sense. I think quite likely we get some trades. I think black's probably going to put a knight on d7 and want to swap with me, whether it's knight 6 or knight 8 to d7. Okay, knight 8 d7 played, or 6 d7 played, rather. Yeah, let's take. And I'm expecting knight takes. No, it takes with the queen, but that's a blunder, right? I can play knight b6 now. Pretty sure black missed this. Yeah. That's a full exchange. And now trade bishops and queen c5, I think. Let's do it. Yeah, so black was careless there for sure. And I want to push the envelope if I can. Knight d7, I'll play queen d6. Yeah, I think queen d6 makes sense. Just pin. Ooh, so I can trade queen's take on a5. Black wants knight c4. I suppose. Knight to c4. Yeah, interesting. I mean, I can't believe this is not a good move, so I'm going to play it. Now, I might want to go b5 here, actually. Even though taking is incredibly natural. Let's take knight c4. Let's see, take knight c4. I take rook c3, and then rook b1 coming. I mean, that must also be very good. Could play b5 too, but yeah, let's play the most direct thing. Don't even necessarily have to take this knight, but taking feels correct, so I'm going to do that and then go for rook b1. Try to pressure this pawn before black gets a chance to collect both of a5 and then maybe pressure a3. This feels like big time. First time playing Title Tuesday from a beautiful studio as I said here, at take land. Thanks to the take crew for inviting me here. So I think black's going to want to defend this pawn, because if you lose b7, the game is more or less over. So I would actually expect rook a7 here, although you hate to play it. And then I was thinking, yeah, rook b6 followed by a6 to try to bash my way through. Yeah, black's going to try to hold out on the light squares. So I could play f3. I'm expecting f5 at that point. Yeah. Now maybe simplest is a6. Get black to take, and then go win the pawn on c4. Break things up. That feels pretty good. Although in fairness, I don't have to do that either. But feels correct. I'm going to play maybe one more improving move, king f2. Oh, c5. Really? Okay, I wasn't expecting that move. c5. What if I go here now? Yeah, let's do that. Take back, so my rook was under attack. Okay, but now either d5 or rook takes f5. Let's go d5. I want this pesky c4 pawn. We're not going to bother with this. I just want to collect this. And not get too far behind on the clock. Rook c7 threatened. Okay, I think we're going to get the job done here very soon. Let's adjust this rook. We play it into b6 next. Check, king d4. Okay, so let's go here. Just be mindful of the clock, John. Sometimes I have to talk to myself. You guys know how it goes. All right, I'm going to play this in very simplified fashion. I think this is the easiest way to win. Just not allow rook takes a5. Insist that the rooks come off the board. Black's going to have to take with the rook. They don't like it, but they have no choice. And we're going to try to target the errant pawns. Let's go here. Okay, kind of annoying. Let's push. Check. That should do the trick. Let's go here. Okay. And my opponent resigns. Yeah, I think that was fairly clean after I won the exchange. Surely not perfect, but yeah, the technique was good enough. So plenty okay. Black playing knight b6 and then knight into c4 was interesting. So yeah, that was an interesting idea, but I think taking and then the plan that I found in the game, rook c3, rook b1, was clean enough. We're getting a little camera adjustment here. Once again, thanks to everyone in studio. Okay. Yeah, and Magnus is playing today. Hikaru, Denlaz, Leon Beast, that's MVL. Fabiano's playing. Lots of excellent players, as usual. And a good start. So, yeah, I'm here for a few days. And Oslo's a really wonderful city if you guys ever get a chance to visit for any occasion, whether it's chess or otherwise. But as a chess fan, you might want to go to the Good Night. That's a chess-themed bar that's quite popular. I've been there several times now, and I highly, highly recommend it. It's a great experience. Okay, next game here, Igor Gulkov. Whoops, can't move the queen yet. Let's go d5. Yeah, and I'll play my Slav. I generally like this variation with bishop f5. White can do knight h4 and try to go after the bishop pair, but I've played these positions quite a bit over the years. Yeah, the engines always think they're a little better for white, but I think in a blitz game, especially no increments, black should generally be pretty happy. Okay, bishop d2. I'll just go knight bd7, normal stuff. White often pops the queen to b3. Yeah, and I usually play queen c6, but for some reason here I have half a mind to play queen b6. So let's do that. If c5, I'm going to then go back to c7. That's the plan. We'll see how long white tries to keep the tension. All right, bishop e7. Always nice to win the first game. Takes a lot of the pressure off getting on the scoreboard, right? Well, all the pressure off of getting on the scoreboard. Takes, okay. I wonder here if I might want to take with the knight. I'm going to do it. Because if I take with a pawn e4, I didn't like that e5 was potentially attacking my knight. So I'll take this way. Pre-move e takes. Okay, and e4. So knight b4 comes to mind. Hit the bishop. I guess white's plan is maybe bishop to b1. But then maybe I get a chance to play e5. I'm going to do that. Try to play actively with these knights. e5 looks appealing here. Let's play it. Because a3 is not even a threat on the knight yet, thanks to the pin. White takes. Yeah, take back. So I have some, I think, nice activity going on now. Castle, so I could castle if I want. Knight c4 comes to mind, but somehow white's in a bit of a bind. I'm going to castle, I think. It's a3, I can always retreat to a6, but again, a3 doesn't actually threaten the knight yet because of the pin. Yeah, so maybe just rook d8 here. Are there any tricks I'm missing? I don't think so. It's always dangerous. Any tricks? I don't think so, but hopefully I don't miss one. There's no bishop takes h7 craziness after that. So I think I can increase the pressure slightly. Trying not to give black an easy decision, but I don't want to consume so much time that I psych myself out. Or try not to give white an easy decision, I should say. Bishop c1, yeah. It's not glamorous, but I see what white is doing. Bishop f6, maybe? Nah. Let me take first. Taken bishop f6. Takes with the knight. This doesn't really threaten anything, but it looks like it increases the pressure, so I'm going to do it. I mean, white has all the pieces on the back rank. That has to be worth something here for me, even though this is the bishop pair. Bishop d3. Okay, so white's going to agree to play without the bishop pair. I think I should take white up on that. And then play b5. Defend the knight. It's just ever so slightly difficult for white to free himself. Rook a2. Okay, check. Or no, b4 doesn't work. Let's take the file first. See which way that white king goes. Okay, let's just probe. Don't want to spend too much time. F5 maybe? No. I'm gonna come back here. My opponent's been battling hard to try to get out of this. Still looking at b4 type ideas. Knight e3. Don't think I might in exchange. But no easy decisions. Let's pivot. Pivot, pivot. Pivot again. Just create little problems. That's what I'm trying to do. Bishop d6 doesn't quite work yet. Let's go here. About even on the clock. I want bishop d6 so I can meet rook d2 with king e7. Defend these pieces. White in the tank. This is what we want. We want white to start burning that time. I think they're going to have to play another defensive move, like rook a2. And I think I continue maneuvering while white is burning clock. Now more than 30 seconds down. White's playing without a sense of urgency. Remember, no increment I'll remind you. I have to remind myself. That's why I'm saying it mostly. No increment. Yeah, this is a very difficult position for white to hold anyways with time. Okay, let's jump in here. Maybe I can get my knight to c4 next. That looks fun. And white can prevent that, but it's just literally a night. I mean, they have no time at this point, but literally a nightmare otherwise to try to hold. Let's give it a check. Let's bring this over. Yeah, just not going to happen. Repeat once. Okay, well, not the way I expected to win in the end, but obviously I'll take it. And super annoying position for white to defend. That's the main thing. Yeah, this is slightly better for black. It's this nagging advantage. I don't think white ever fully figured out how to solve the issues related to their pieces being on the back rank. It felt like bishop d3 was sort of capitulating, but that is the best move. Capitulating in terms of trying to prove that the bishop pair on the back rank was okay for white. But apparently that was one of the better things for white to do. All right, so 2 for 2. I'm pretty happy, guys. We're going to keep this going, but I'm pretty pleased with how things have gone so far. Let's take a look at a game real quick. Bogdan Deák winning on the clock. Yeah, and I really hope I can post this on my channel. It was a bit of a scramble to get set up. So, yeah, I think the Take crew has been really awesome here, and just a wonderful group of people. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get this footage and be able to put it online. All right, standings. All right, I mean, I got a chance to play one of these top guys. Okay, V Pranav. I got my second black in a row. I think this is the so-called Buddy Pranav. I don't believe we've ever played. Oh, and I gotta play my Scandinavian in Scandinavia. I mean, what else could you ask for? Obviously. No question. This will be a good test of my repertoire, which I published a couple months ago on the platform that I joined relatively recently. It's called Chessiverse. Yeah, I spent 2 years working on a course related to the Scandinavian, and specifically the Queen A5 variation. Usually white takes with the bishop here. They might take with a pawn. It's probably what he's thinking. But now takes with the bishop. Yeah, this is all normal stuff. D5 looks tempting to try to open the center, but it's met by castling queenside. Very important. So, yeah, I have a position that I'm pretty comfortable with here for black. I think black has some pretty easy play, especially against the white d-pawn. Knight e5. Okay, I don't recall exactly what to do against this move, but I also don't think it's that testing. So I'm thinking castle short. If I castle long, knight takes f7 happens. So I have a feeling castling short is correct. Let's do it. I'm going to meet g4 with knight takes e5 and hit this bishop on c4. So I don't think g4 is a good idea for white. White takes. Take with the queen, obviously. Now there's some little tricks, like if queen e2, sometimes you can play bishop takes c2. So white plays there. Okay. And yeah, I can execute this little maneuver that I kind of like. Let's go for this. Bishop e4. Hit this pawn, and I want to play bishop d5 and target this. Target the bishop on b3. And I think white sees my idea, which is maybe why white is trying to find some other move than f3, but I don't know that there will be one. Yeah, white plays it. Let's go here. And I'm chilling. I'm happy here. Okay, takes. Knight takes is obvious, but then bishop d2. Can maybe play queen b6 at that point. Can also even think about taking with the pawn. Looks a little weird, but playable. Pawn take's actually maybe not bad. So if I take with the knight, bishop d2, queen b6, how's I going to play against that? I mean, bishop c1 looks really ugly, but maybe. Let's take with the knight. I'll be active. And queen d3. Okay, so white's going to agree to the trade, which I feel like I should take white up on. Yeah. No way black's ever worse here, I would think. And with white structure, I don't know, I like my chances. Okay, let's go rook d5. I do need to speed up, though. I'm down on the clock. Let's go over here. Maybe start targeting some of these weaknesses. Rook e4. Okay. All right, rook d8 seems obvious. I'm going to do it. Just coordinate. Usually good to play for coordination in any sort of time pressure situations. G6 jumps out at me. Is d5 an issue? I think I can check and play rook takes a3 then. I'm going to go g6. This just feels like a useful move before I do anything more committal. h6 also, but I was a little worried about the h7 square, so I think giving this to my king makes sense. Rook a4. Rook a4 d5 is the only thing. But I feel like I need to make this rook actually do something, so I'm going to play this way. And maybe white will go c5. That would appear to track c5, queen d5, maybe? Queen d5, I hold up h5. Still threaten rook takes d4. Looks pretty good. Maybe there's queen. No. I think I like the look of this. Pressure. And if c3, rook takes a3. This looks a little problematic for white. If white has to play rook d1, it sort of feels like something has gone wrong for white. A little bit, you know? Okay, so they're going to give the pawn up, which I should probably take. Take and then, oh, I can also take here. Hold up. That's an even more attractive pawn to take, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Play off the pin. Take this one next, and I might have this even. White gets 2 rooks for the queen. Okay, things are going well, but I don't want to take too much time. I see issues with that. Ugh. All right, I'm going to do this. This may not be strictly what I should do, but I want to simplify the position a bit with time pressure approaching. Let's go here, hit this pawn. d5. Oh, that's clever. All right, I'm going to give a check. Let's give a few checks, see what transpires. So if I take h6, looks a little scary to me. See if he plays for the win. He might. He will try. Let me try this. Take here. I'm way down on the clock. I don't like this. Check. Shoo. I feel like I'm in a mating net now. I don't think I am, actually, but it feels that way. I have to play g5 at the end. Position's probably still fine. At least I can threaten checkmate. Queen here's kind of nice. Oh, he missed it. I saw queen h4 as a threat. It's on camera. I did plan that. And I moved to 3 out of 3. I'll take it. Yeah, this is the type of thing I've struggled with throughout my career, is converting winning positions and not giving into my perfectionist tendencies. So I'm very glad. Well, I'm very glad I won. I think I actually was giving into my perfectionist tendencies. But I guess I'm glad I didn't panic. I didn't panic here and just end up getting mated with rook e8, rook e7. So, okay. I mean, was this? I feel like this is probably a draw towards the end. Let's check. Yeah, it looks like it was equal towards the end. I knew I must have been. Rook takes d4 felt like a bailout move. Ooh, engine actually likes it. I was just thinking simplify. I was getting a little worried about that h-pawn. My follow-ups were not good, though. I missed this idea of d5. That was really nice. Very resourceful by Pranav. Pranav V. I guess that's why he's 3100. Yeah, but in hindsight, c6 or something, that makes perfect sense. Just withhold that d5 idea from white. All right, hey, yeah, I'm happy. Let's keep going. It's still very early. Feed me another strong player. Let's go. Feed me another title player. Maybe Magnus. He's not in studio today. At least I haven't poked my head around to see if he is, but I'm pretty sure he's not. There's a lot of 3 out of 3s. But playing Magnus in Title Tuesday in his home country would be an absolute dream. Whew. Okay, what other games are still going? Can't be too many left. 460 players in this thing. What does the Air Things device say? It looks like the air quality is pretty good. Greetings to everyone watching at home, especially my YouTube viewers, friends, family. Sorry I wasn't able to record this live. The logistics just didn't work out, but I think we're going to have this local recording. Okay. Bring it on. I wouldn't expect that I get a really top player, but you never know. Okay, another 3100. That's pretty top. Let's stick with knight f3. I think I played this in my first game. Wow, that is a long name. Long first name. Mukhammadzokhid Suyarov. Most likely a young player, I'm guessing. I think this is like the Kanye West album avatar. That looks familiar. Yeah, so it's kind of similar to the first game too, this bishop g5, QGD. I don't really think white has much in this line, but you know, you got to play something. Let's play a3 this time. I'll mix it up just a little bit. Keep it a little more interesting. And a6. So now I could take if I want. And just try to claim that a6 isn't the most useful move. Could also play c5. c5, b6, b4. Let's go for c5. Normally I'm always playing these c takes d5 lines, but they do get a little stale eventually. So I'll play for c5. All right, and black thinking here. Knight e4, yeah, that crossed my mind. Probably take, and knight d2 makes sense. That would be expected. Take, knight d2, f5, and bishop c4. Feels like I can make it a little tricky for black to organize e5. Yeah, bishop c4 looks natural here, huh? Pin the e-pawn. b5, okay. So offering to take en passant. Black's going to take with the pawn, I guess, there. How much do I want my pawn on c5? It's a little unclear. I feel like black's going to play bishop b7 regardless. Okay, I'll take. Let's open the c file. Yeah, castle. The position feels fairly normal. Like, I might have a hint of an advantage because I do feel like I should be able to use the e5 square a little more easily than black. Should I maybe go to e2 here so that I can get this without bishop d5? Maybe. This feels natural. But when I go knight b3, I don't like bishop d5. Let's go this direction. And play like this. Black is speeding up. Yeah, that move makes sense. Queen d2. Now it doesn't feel like I have much, but there's still a lot of chess to be played. I'm just going to trade. This is very boring, but... Okay, rook c5, knight a4, I guess. This b4 as well. Take, h4. All right, let's take and play h4. Get rid of the back rank issue. Just like g6 in that other game, just make sure I never get back rank mated. g4 is interesting here. I'm definitely considering it. I don't like my knight placement, though. I'm not going to lie. It makes me a little nervous. Let's stay solid. I might try to prepare queen c2. Ooh, it's this. All right, h3. What's going on here is the position is still probably equal, but black is playing twice as fast as I am. So not ideal. All right, let's take the file at least. Now, I don't think I would have done what black did here the last couple moves. Whoa. You're really going to attack me like this, huh? I am surprised. b4. I am very surprised. I feel pretty solid on my king. But black has aggressive designs, evidently. Should I try to trade bishops? Not sure what that accomplishes. Let's go probe. Attack a pawn. Yeah, I can't allow that queen back there. Black's going to sack a pawn or try to blockade. I'm going to try to get this back in the game. I don't even want the A pawn yet. I'm just principally worried about black's queen getting in somehow. I want to prevent that. Pre-move. Queen b7. All right. Mhm. And this is a draw, probably, almost certainly. But we're going to find out what really happens. Black can play e5 at some point. But I just need to play fast. Now I can maybe force a draw. Maybe. Wow, Black's going to play this for a win. Not sure that was wise, but they're going to try it. With my 28 seconds. F4. Whoa, does that work? Check. I think I might... Take. Gotta take. I think I lose now. Yeah, I lose. That was tough. I'm gonna get outflanked. That was tricky. That was very tricky how that went down. Time to resign. That's the price you pay for being behind on the clock. What do I do here? Take. If knight f4, black takes here. I think I might have stepped to the wrong score with the king. Yeah, king b2 I think is a draw. I played a natural move, but king... Yeah, king b2 I think is a draw here. I might still have lost... Yeah, it is. I might still have lost on the clock, to be honest. 16.5 seconds. But, yeah, again, that's the price you pay. E takes f4. I was worried about this e3 move, but... Or, actually, I was worried about knight takes f4, but it probably doesn't work, does it? Like this? Yeah, these breakthroughs. I can actually bring my knight back just in time. Yeah, so I didn't play a very inspiring game. I played kind of passive. Not the most inspiring chess. And most importantly, I didn't play fast enough. So even when the position actually became winning later, and black just decided to go for it, I wasn't in a position to capitalize. So that's rough. Yeah, on the board played okay, but this is 5-0 chess, you know? You got to play fast. And I think we're on a break now. Okay, and here we go. Oh, I'm playing Jan-Krzysztof Duda. Okay, well, let's keep it with the knight f3 train. Amazing. I'm getting this gauntlet of 3100s, and I couldn't be happier. This is fantastic. So let's see what he does in this very common move order. Yet another QGD. Or Ragozin, I guess, this time. Okay, let's play these pretty straightforward lines. Maybe bishop f4. I feel like a lot of times I go bishop g5, but we're going to do this. Is knight d2 a move here? I feel like it might be. But I'm not 100% sure. So let's play rook c1. Let's do that. And e3? Is this leading to some sort of g5 type thing? It might be. It might be. Let's induce f6 first, at least. Yeah, Duda is obviously a top-level player. Probably has many, many ideas up his sleeve. And I feel like I am not in a good spot here. But we're not going to try to despair too much. Yeah, h4 is a big problem, isn't it? Just a big problem. Don't like my options in general, but I think I have to play h3 and allow take, bishop d6 type stuff, king f2. It's not pretty. Not pretty, but at least it's a game. Okay, bishop d3. I'm just trying to stabilize here. Knight f5, knight e2 type stuff. All right, c6. Yeah, this all looks pretty normal. I wonder if I should play for e4 or something, because otherwise queen c7 is coming, isn't it? At least it feels that way. Let's go for e4. I don't like my position if I just maneuver statically. I do feel like I need to mix this up somehow. g4. So he wants takes and bishop g4, I guess. Okay, let's try. Ugly pawns here for sure. But I can try. Let's take again. Open some lines. Queen c7. So is black is just going to sacrifice everything. So knight b5 or take are moves. Knight b5, bishop takes g3, king f1. Black moves the queen somewhere. Not clear what I'm getting. I also have knight e4 maybe, but knight e4, knight takes d5. Feels like taking c6 is critical. I'm going to do it. Allow bishop takes g3 and king f1. Step back. I wonder if he's going to castle queenside and just try to sack everything. Doesn't feel like it should be good, though. Goes there. Knight e4? Yeah, you got to play a little by instinct in 5-minute blitz. Knight e3 is a threat. Whoops, missed that. Queen a4, perhaps? What if I go here? Let's try. Can't allow knight e3 with the fork. Absolutely not. I don't know. I mean, the position's still somewhat unclear in my view. Maybe bishop d7. That's a move I would consider as black. Knight on d5 is good because it holds f6 and it's just constantly menacing knight e3. But I also have quite a bit of activity. All of black's pawns are split up. We both have fairly messy pawns. Equal material. Kings are unbalanced. So I think this is up in the air. I think I should play with full energy here. Duda's really thinking now. I would go bishop d7, like I said. And I'm trying to think what I would do against that move, too. Okay, because I can take and play rook e1. That's a possibility, but it feels a little passive, almost. Maybe king g1. Or knight c5, even. I'm worried about that queen coming in, though, to f4. This is quite tricky. Take and maybe queen back. I don't know. Just do not know. Let's see. Take and bishop g6 also doesn't seem like. No, blunders a piece. Okay, spending way too long here. I'm going to take. I just don't see a lot of good alternatives. It's my reasoning there. King G1, I mean, that's probably not bad. King G1 93. Rook E1. Let's go Rook E1. I'm going to kind of cower here. I really don't like doing this, but I also don't like being down a minute on the clock. I just really didn't come up with a better plan here. Rook E8 95 is a trap. Can play Queen F4 though. Yeah, Queen F4 makes sense. Once again, I'm trying to simplify against these strong players. Knight G4. He's keeping it complicated. Knight G4, King G1, I suppose. Rook E8. Let's go King G1. Because black's a little tied down to the H-pawn, I think, in a lot of cases here. Keeps queens on. Okay. Give a check. Can I take that? What's the idea? Now I've got rook takes H5. I think he might have blundered that. Hits the bishop. Oh, hits the rook too. Oh, the rook is under attack. Oh, that's the idea. Yikes. All right, well, got to try this. Here. Not good. On the clock. Position still complicated. Take. What? It's probably a draw. Oh, I'm getting mated now. No, I'm not. I'm not. Oh, I am. Oh, very nice. Nicely played, Jan-Krzysztof. Oh, that was tricky. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end I maybe had something, although knight f2 is a big threat. Yeah, same story as the previous game that I lost. Going okay, but just too much time being spent. Very complicated position, though, against an elite player. So, what can I say? Yeah, this is equal. Ooh, that was a blunder. Knight e1. Knight e1 is a hard move to see, though, because you have to see the queen defending from a distance. That's, yeah, I'm not going to find that with 8 seconds on my clock. And now he's mating. Wow, he actually played this correctly. Even this is winning. Yeah, this is winning. That's pretty well played. 93, I guess, is leading to a faster mate, but well played. Yeah, didn't like my position out of the opening. Maybe it's not so bad, but I feel like that's something I need to sharpen up, that type of line. Okay, so after a string of 3100s, we're back in it. This is round, what? 6. Round 6 of 11. Playing Matthias Mattenberger. Looks like a Swiss player, 2703. Back in here with my Slav. And yeah, I'll play mainline Slav. Play this old reliable stuff, huh? Knight h4. Knight h4. Okay, let's go bishop g4. I feel like this is sort of interesting. I'm going to again try to bait white into going g4. I think this line actually isn't supposed to be that great for black, but I want to position like I got in, what was it, the second game? That I think was kind of nice to play. So we'll try for something similar. Like white should be better with the bishop pair, the space, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's reasonable. The ups and downs of Title Tuesday, I tell you. Let's play a5 before white plays a5. The highs are high and the lows are low. Fortunately, I haven't experienced too many lows yet, but hopefully we can stave them off. g5? This would be an interesting maneuver if I could get it in. I'm going to try it. If I could ever get the knight around here, that would be phenomenal. Now, if e4, I'm thinking knight b6 to hit the bishop and hit this. I don't know how much that checks out, though. Knight b6, take. There's bishop e3 in between move at some point. That's the thing. Maybe I should go knight h7. Let's try. This feels a little sketchy, like I'm maybe allowing some break in the center. But I shall try. Now white's for sure going to catch on to my idea if they didn't see it already. Trying to get a grip on h4 and f4. Pawn sack. Pawn sacrifice. What if I ignore it and go here? And then bishop takes. That's no good. All right, let's keep the rooks on. White really doesn't want that h4 square disrupted. I mean, now I think I'm pretty happy. This might still be a threat in some cases. Okay. So white just want to play f4 and run me over. Is that how it's going to be? I mean, I could always bail towards the queen side. As much as I might not want to, though. But okay, let's play queen e7. Let's be solid for now. f4 castles. And if f5 I take, that's probably not easy for white, because this bishop could be loose, I'm thinking, at the end, with my queen on the same file. So just for now, being solid. So yeah, let's go this direction. I mean, this is imposing, though, for sure. It's intimidating pawn array that white has. So I think a logical move would be something like rook over to defend the bishop and line up. But I don't know. Rook b1. Whoa. That is interesting. I wasn't considering that whatsoever. So h3, can I sack a pawn? Just get rid of that. Try to get in down the file. And that definitely comes to mind. I'm going to go bishop here, though. This almost looks like a mouse slip. I don't know why white would go rook b1. But I'm not going to ask too many questions while I'm behind 30 seconds. Whoa, white actually plays this way. Surprised. They give me these squares to work with. Really? I just never would have thought of playing this way as white. But that doesn't mean it's not good. It's just I wouldn't have done it myself. All right, so riddle me this. If I go here, what are you going to do? What is your plan? Maybe queen e2. Oh, then rook takes d4 would work. Ooh, maybe I can do something with rook takes d4. But for now, I think I just take the pawns. And I'm happy. Yeah, let's centralize. h3. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this pawn finally, or at least try to create some squares for my pieces. This has to be good. I have so many squares, plus an extra pawn or two. Want this knight here. Improve it. Yeah, let's improve it. Knight's on f5, d5. I'm still up a pawn. But manage the clock. You know, rook h2 could be a thing. I'm on d4 too. Just noticed? It's hard to defend for white, actually. Maybe impossible. This is starting to feel like desperate territory for white. Like they'll shove g6 and just pray or something. a5. They're going to shove a6. Could also just take that pawn. Then rook a1, I guess, is the point. Let's take, because I think rook h2 should be a pretty big threat. Okay, so they go back. Let's go back. Check. Yeah, let's check. Knight e3 now, maybe? Rook d8. Let's go rook d8. Coordinate. Rook a8 now, I'm thinking. Yeah, here comes the g6 shove. Yeah, it's a little annoying, isn't it? Let's go knight e3. Trying for queen attack and also knight c2, which I think I can land. Check. He's just gonna run. Oh, but I can take this. Check. Let's go here. I have 8 seconds. Not good. Woo! Oh, I did it. Okay. I'm glad I didn't lose my third game in a row. Whew. Too close for comfort again, but we get the win. You know, I saw here that I had some patterns, right? I was trying to set up queen g4, This obviously eliminated queen g4 and also guarded rook h7. So yeah, here I actually was thinking queen h3 at first for white because I am threatening queen g3. But queen h3, I would have undone my pre-move and played rook h7 if I had time. That was my plan, at least. Whew. All right, nothing like Title Tuesday to get the blood running, huh? And let's see who is still on a perfect score. Actually, let's take a look at that last game. Trojan Knight. I mean, I'm sure that must have been overwhelming for black, but I almost blew it by taking too much time. Yeah, queen takes b7. I wonder if I should have played like just king takes b7. Okay, Zsoka, Gaal. I've been sticking with knight f3. I'll do that, I guess. I feel bad to Maud on the broadcast, by the way, because we did a little interview in between, and I called her Kaya because I am used to seeing Kaya on the broadcast, another one of the Norwegian commentators. It was not. I couldn't see them on the camera. I only heard them, so I called her Kaya when in fact it was Maud. So Maud, I sincerely apologize to you. That happens. Okay, Torre attack. I played this system quite a bit from the white side. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but I think taking the pawn is critical. I'll do it. This is a pure gambit by black. Should I go bishop b5? Feels like the right move. I'm going to do it. Threaten knight takes e5. Or bishop takes c6, and then maybe knight takes e5. Got to make black think a little about how to get the pawn back, at least. Could take and play e4 even. Looks kind of interesting. Take here in e4. Looks intriguing to me. I'm going to do it. Not expect bishop e6. d4. d4, huh? All right, take. And castle now? Looks like a pawn to me. Looks like an extra pawn. Trying to be wary of d3, though. Let's go rook c1. Because black might try to shove d3 and play bishop takes b2. So my thinking is just get off of this diagonal in general. 95. Okay. All right, I'm going to take that. Take g3 maybe. Bishop takes g3. Takes with the queen. Okay. Could play f4 now. Seems like I'm getting a lot out of this. So let's not question it. Let's just keep pushing. f4 e5 or f4 e5? Or f4 f5, I should say. One of the two. Bishop c4 now, too. Yeah, let's adjust the bishop here. But just again, I don't like my time management so much. This could be much improved. Okay, e5. Trying to isolate this d-pawn. Bishop comes back, makes sense. I mean, knight e4, knight d6 looks pretty awesome. Also, queen takes d4 could be a thing. This did not work out so well for black, I think. Now on bishop f5, to try to break this up, I think I should go knight d6. I could also play bishop takes d4, or rook takes d4. But that lets black off with a only one pawn deficit and an opposite color bishop position. I think I can be more... I think I can be greedier than that. This looks awful for black. It should just be losing. but we're going to have to prove it. Bishop e6. Okay, so now I can take on d4 as planned. Let's do it. Remember, knight defends c5. Okay, now maybe take again, and knight d6 at the end. Must be good. Pressure. I'm up 2 pawns, knight versus bishop. g5. Knight takes b7 now, or something else. I think just knight takes b7. I'm just going to go for the c6 push. Let me just keep pushing. c6, take c7, followed by knight d6. Feels pretty much winning. Maybe g3 now if I really want to take my time. Keep the structure. Yeah, let's just bring up the king just a little. Centralize. There's knight d6, but there's no rush. Like rook c8, I can play knight d6. And a win. Okay. All right, so very smooth. Yeah, black seemed to kind of flounder once I played bishop takes f6 and e4. You know, I've seen this idea before. I think bishop takes f6 and e4 is kind of nice when black's queen has left the d8 square, because d5 is a little tender, right? So that's the whole point. But I think black should play bishop e6 here. Would have been a much better try. Computer disagrees. It says d4 is better. But relatively speaking, yeah, I mean, black doesn't have great options. So honestly, I think that was a pretty nice game by me. But I also, to be fair, I didn't have to make too many difficult decisions in that one. So, okay, nice to play a calm game. Let's take a look at maybe one of Magnus's games. We haven't had a chance to watch him actually in this tournament. So he's on 6 points playing Sina Move Ahead, one of the best names in chess. Interesting position. This looks like a King's Indian. It's actually a Sicilian. Magnus has more space with his pawns, probably dreaming of g4 someday, but for the moment, Sina is preventing that. Okay, guard e5. Ooh, bishop d8. That's nice. That's a nice one. Oh, with the skewer. Yeah, that's an easy move to miss. And if knight e7, you get pinned, like queen d7. Looks killer. Bishop f8, but now this move, this pawn drops at minimum. But Magnus is trying to keep this complicated. He's going to have to fight with a pawn less. But yeah, it feels losing. White's pieces are pretty well placed after queen takes e5 anyways. Yeah. Surely this must be winning for white. But don't call me Shirley. Name that movie. Knight f7, knight takes g5. Knight e6 next probably. Hit the bishop, hit f4. The pawns are dropping. Bishop c7. Oh, this is undefended. Maybe you can play f3. Yeah, take time for f3. And white is just relentlessly getting the pieces off the board here. Magnus trying to keep some life in the position, but you're down 2 pawns with a very loose position to boot. Also down on the clock. I don't know. I've seen crazier things, though. Knight c7. It's so different streaming in your own setup versus like a new setup. The monitors are just much bigger. The camera's like directly in front of me. The lights are like here. I usually have cameras like right up top of my setup, on top of my monitor. But this is really pro. Oh, that's nice. Knight f5 is unstoppable, actually. Look at that. That's checkmate. I don't think black can avoid a mate in one. That's wild. Interesting. So Cena moves ahead to 7 out of 7. Den Laz is maybe playing still. Let's check that game. Oh, maybe it's over. We might have a break after this round. I'm not sure. It might actually be after round 8. This is what you get when you haven't played Title Tuesday in a while. And I'm on what? Do I have... I think I have 5. I think I have 5 out of 7. Not bad. I told the studio that my goal was to get to 7 out of 11. Just given that I haven't played in a while. That's usually like a score I feel pretty comfortable with in Title Tuesday. Like, okay, you probably played all right. Unless, you know, I lost my first 2 or 3 games and then was clawing back and playing much lower rated players. But if I'm playing good players and I score 7 out of 11 or more or higher, I'm usually pretty pleased about that. Okay. So we're just waiting for the next round, which, yeah, I think maybe comes up after the break, if that's right. If so, if we got a round or a break right now, I might step out for a moment. Oh, no, we got a game. Okay, cool. Luca Moroni, another 3,000 plus player. Luca Moroni Jr. from Italy. Can I get another Scandinavian? No, not to be. It's just straight d4, d5. We're just playing d5 a lot. Doing this stuff. The old London system. Let's go queen c8. Yeah, this is fairly boring stuff, quite honestly, but I played it quite a bit. I feel like I can play it pretty quickly. 95. Feels like I should take that. Taking bishop g6 maybe. Let's play this way, because now it feels like the bishop maybe doesn't have much to do on this diagonal. Pre-move this. I generally don't mind taking on this structure where you play h takes g6. I think that's usually completely okay. I could play b5 here is kind of interesting. Let's do it. Take advantage of this pin. Pre-move this again. Now if I do a5, it's possible, right? Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, you got to watch the c5 square sometimes, but I don't think knight b3 should be all that good with my bishop defending. Because often, like importantly, the dark square bishops are still on. A lot of times the dark square bishops are off the board, and you do have to watch the maneuver knight b3 to c5 much more in those cases. But here I don't feel like that's the case. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty typical. Hits the pawn. So I think queen c6 would be a normal reaction now. Or I could just play b4 actually. But what's the rush? Do I want to go b4 quite yet? I don't know. b4, maybe I do. That is the whole point of this minority attack. Okay, well, let's accelerate it. I could try to build this up, but why wait? I mean, I got the bishop defending. c4. Okay, I was wondering if that might be the reaction. All right, so let's take. I was thinking take here. I could also play queen a6, perhaps. Taking looks good, though. Give white an isolated pawn. And now either knight d5 or that queen a6 move, I think, looks nice. Just to pin white. Somehow like the look of it. I'm going to go for it. Just looks annoying from white's standpoint. Connects my rooks, too. So now rook c8, knight d5, moves like that. Yeah, let's start with knight d5. Get the knight to a good square. Dare I say I should be slightly better here. Feels a little comfortable for black. A little more comfortable. Let's bring this over. All logical moves. Now, if I could equalize the time situation, that would be phenomenal. Yeah, I can probe with bishop g5 too next. Bishop g5 is actually a threat. Maybe white will miss that. This is shaky. Bishop g5 is a confirmed threat. Yeah, so white's trying to bail, which I get. It's a good move. Kind of annoying. Little bit annoying. Maybe rook c6. This feels kind of weird, but I want to take and not have my rooks disconnected and not lose the file. And if queen b5, I'm thinking rook b6 or trade and then rook b6, probably even better. I mean, I think still I should be better. Let's take knight d3, maybe f6. Start trying to wiggle my way in. Rook c4. Rook c4. Still like the f6 move. Let's do that. Kick the bishop somewhere annoying. Maybe rook here. I could double the rooks, maybe. Still the white's pinned. Okay, and I need to speed up a little bit. I want to pressure white on the clock. So if double, I'm thinking take, forces knight takes, and then rook c6, put white in a pin. This bishop is out of the game for now. But what am I threatening? I don't know. That's not clear. Probably nothing for the moment. But it's not easy to find a move for white. And that in blitz is just as important, if not more so, than playing good moves in the first place. If you can't find a move, it makes sense for your opponent to just play a move and force you to find something that might be awkward. Okay. So now I could play knight e3 if I wanted. I think white's trying to sneak in bishop e1. Yeah, let's go knight e3. Bishop e1 here. Okay, let's pivot on the d5 square. Now rook c4 perhaps. Take and bring up the king. E5, E5, knight B7. I'm going to take. I'll take and bring up the king for now. Careful. Rook, bishop E1 is a threat. Let's go here. Yeah, White's just going to go for it. Bishop F8 or something. Ooh, that. Missed this. That is very annoying. But is it fatal? I don't know. Gotta start pushing. Take with the pawn. I'm okay with a draw, but oh, there goes one pawn. Oh, and I got mated F4. No, I didn't get mated. Never mind. I'm going to get flagged. Live by the flag, die by the flag. I'm sorry, my friend. I had the better connection in Norway. They have excellent internet here. I've never had a problem. In fairness, I didn't offer a draw, but there were multiple times White could have forced a draw there. Let's go. All right. What am I on? 6 out of 8? Let's do it. I actually can't believe I won that time scramble. Because a lot of times in these time scrambles, I'm pretty bad at like pre-moving when they're not going to take your rook. So, okay, I think we're on a break now. I'm going to take a little break. Okay, and we are back. Probably starting very soon. Boy, this tournament goes by in a blur. You know, it's like a metaphor for life. You think it's a long tournament, 11 rounds. You're like, oh, I've got all this time to put in a good performance or make up for a bad performance, and then in the blink of an eye, it's all gone. So you gotta make the most of it while it's there. But yeah, what I was explaining, it might not have been clear, but I noticed these really strong players in like king and rook versus king is a classic example. They will pre-move the non-rook capture. So like here, when I played rook e8, White's trying to flag me. That's been clear for the last like 30 moves, 20 moves, whatever. So you don't pre-move king takes e8, you pre-move a move like king e7. I'm actually kind of surprised White didn't play rook c7 to cut that off. But I think I did, in fact, pre-move. Yeah, I went from 2.9 to 2.8. So I'm getting better about that. And that's probably why I was able to hold here in the end. Yeah, this was a somewhat tricky middle game. I definitely felt like I was pressing. Definitely felt like I was slightly better. Half pawn. But I think White played solid too. Like getting the bishop back in the game was key for White. So. Okay, and we're going to be starting, I think, any time here. We're just on our final break. Cena move ahead is on 8 out of 8. Impressive. Or Next round starting soon. Yeah, round 8 of 11. So this is coming up. So he's on 8 of 8, out of 8. We've got 3 games left. Hikaru down there on 6 out of 8. Maybe I'll play him. I'm somewhere in the mix here. This mass of players. Magnus on 6.5. And I really wish I was streaming this, but it just didn't quite work logistically with my stream key. I think I probably could have logged in and done it, but I didn't want to jeopardize the actual recording. So, you know, we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes now. So I think this should work out in the end, and I can share it on my YouTube channel, and Take can do whatever they want with it too. So that's my hope. Oh, Fabiano on 6 out of 8. Faustino. I'd like to play any of these players. Okay, you guys can't see that. I think you can only see the board, but that's all right. You'll have to take my word for it. Is there still a game going? No, that can't be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think chess-wise it's been pretty good. I can't think of games that I played absolutely terribly. It's mostly just been time management stuff that I could improve on. So surprise, surprise, go figure. But in terms of the actual chess quality, I think that's been quite good. All right, and here we go. And I'm playing Reza Mahdavi, 31-32. Again, another IM. I'm over 2,900 for the first time. So I'd love to build on that. King's Indian, maybe? Okay, I'll play King's Indian. King's Indian defense. Should I go for my exchange variation, take and trade queens? I might. Nah, black's going to prevent that. Okay, I'm going to play d5. I know this probably isn't the most testing move, but it's a move that I think I can play pretty easily. So we're going to go for it. Let's go b3. Just try to slowly prepare b4. I'll need my rook defended. But that's the idea. So prepare b4 when we're not allowing black a clamp ever with a4. So the knight comes back. Yeah, I think bishop b2 could be good here, or rook b1. Which one do I want? Maybe rook b1. So I can play b4. Maybe we'll get a big old trade on e4. Probably will. Yeah, let's do this. But I feel like in the end, it's going to be nice having my dark square bishop pointed at that black pawn on h6. I think that should be nice. Okay, so black's going to keep the tension. Inviting me to play c5, which I could definitely do, but also feels somewhat wrong. It's an interesting move for sure. I don't quite know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I do know that I'm burning a lot of time, and I don't like that. This move is just irritating. I could take the pawn, but that also feels wrong. b5. Let's go rook e1. This is sort of a unclear what it does, but people play it in the King's Indian type move. I'm just thinking of f4, I might want the option of bishop g4, but I'm not sure. I'm not even sure that logic holds up so well. Okay, let's go bishop d3. So now f4 would potentially lead to this classic kingside attack. So if that's played, I probably got to get in gear and start trying to open things up a bit. Queen e8. All right, I feel like I've delayed this move long enough. I got to go with it and see what the consequences are. Because if I'm not pushing on the queen side here, it's hard to justify my position. So I'm thinking A takes b4, A takes b4, D takes c5. And then if b5, I guess there's knight b4, but I can play bishop c4. Not sure how great that is, but okay, black's going to ignore it, actually. Wow. Ignores my pressure. Take, knight c4? Let's do that. Might guard the f4 square, too. I don't know. That didn't feel quite right for black to do what he just did. Gonna allow the take on d6, too. Huh? All right, well, I'm not going to mess with that yet. There's also knight b6. I mean, knight b6 might be an idea as well. Queen back, okay. So knight b5. Knight b5 or takes first. Knight b5 feels right. I'm going to go after this pawn. And if rook f6, I think take here is awkward because this knight on h5 is loose. Yeah, I feel black messed this up a little bit. I don't want to speak prematurely. I guess I could take and then play rook f6. I think that's what he's going to do. Feels very awkward, though. I still could take, actually, if I want. Which is interesting. There's also, like, g3. Let's play g3. I'm going to go for, like, a restriction type move. Maybe bishop e3 next. My pieces seem pretty good here. I like my piece play. Okay, knight c7. Must speed up. All right, let's take. And knight e3 even seems interesting. My knight is hit now, which I don't like. Queen e2 or queen d3. Let's go queen d3. Trying to create some connections here. Again, position looks fine, but the clock is concerning. And King's Indian players love to complicate the game, so I can't assume black is going to cut me any breaks. So I just want to go bishop e3 next. Connect my rooks, look at the b6 square. That's the plan. Bishop f5, okay. Play this. All right, let's line up here. Feels like queen f7 will be played. Yep. Okay. So now there's some ideas of black sacrificing, but I'm going to do this. Take, take, rook takes f2. I don't think does much for black. So I'm thinking maybe shove, knight a5, rook c7 in the end. Just start pressing on the queen side. Time getting lower, even on time. This looks good. I like this. I feel like I have a nice grip on the position. My knight is a beast on c4. It's very awkward for black to defend this pawn. Okay, keep pushing. All right, let's go for a coordinating type move. Knight d2 instead. Knight a5 was probably more principled, but I didn't like leaving that knight loose. I still want rook c7, which black is going to allow. Okay. Yeah. Maybe knight back to c4 now. Or take and then knight back to c4. Take and then knight back. Yeah, let's take. Time. e4, queen e2. Knight takes d6. Knight c5 threat. Big time edge. Here. Not sure about this, but no time for either player. Oh, that was a mouse slip. I win again. I mouse slipped. I didn't take the queen. No, what did I mouse slip? I was trying to play queen d3 and I mouse slipped rook d3 and instantly we get Sjugirov. Okay. 7 out of 10? No, out of 9. 7 out of 9. So another 3,100. I seem to be stacking them up. Okay. And in the studio, they told me they were taking bets on how many times I get a Scandi. And I get a Scandi here for the second time, I think, this tournament. I'm at my goal in terms of points. So it's all gravy from here. Now, knight e5 is the most challenging line, I believe. Little Scandi secret. But yeah, bishop d2 is interesting as well. I like knight bd7 here. I really like this move. It's not a well-known move. It's just a little twist. But point is, knight d5 is not yet a threat. Knight b5 you can neutralize pretty easily. And we're going to play like this. So if knight d5 now, queen d8, knight takes f6, I can take back with the knight is the key thing. So queen e2 is challenging here, but white plays castles. And I think here, I want to go e6. Yeah, I think that's correct. I'm going to do it. And if d5, I think you can take safely. So this shouldn't be anything special for white. White's going to go for d5. Yeah, and I got to take. Now knight takes, I'm pretty sure queen c5 is the move now. In which case we're just going to get a trade on f6. White has 2 pieces under attack. I'm just trying to remember which way to take back, pawn or knight. I think both are honestly okay. I don't quite remember. But if both are okay, I shouldn't stress over it too much. So knight takes queen e2, a6, bishop e3. Sometimes there's like a knight d4 type thing, but I think that's fine. I'll take with the knight. This has been so much fun. I'm glad to be putting in a respectable performance. And the chess is not over here, so let's keep going. I sound like Hikaru, which is maybe fitting given that we're in the take studio. Yeah, so I think the thing you just got to worry about here is if white runs some sort of bishop e3, knight d4 thing where the bishop's attack, the pawn on e6 is a little bit loose. That, I think, is where you could experience some problems. But aside from that, I think normally black just gets to castle, bishop e7, castle short. The central tension has been completely liquidated. And Shugirov's really thinking here. I don't know if maybe he's having connection issues, but doesn't say so. Really in the tank here. He must be having some connection issues, right? This is a highly unusual amount of time to be spending. Although I don't know, you never know. Yeah, bishop e3, okay. So queen c7, knight d4. Can also play queen a5, but let's go queen c7. Let's play the normal move. Just e6 is a little tender, so knight d4 can connect some dots here. Attack the bishop, hit the pawn. You just have to be aware of it. I'm up a minute and a half on the clock. I'll take it. All right, knight d4 played. So I also wonder about knight g4, if that's at all worth considering too. Knight g4 kind of forces g3, and then I take, and then bishop c5 somehow looks attractive. What else is he going to do against knight g4? This kind of feels like a nice move. I'm going to go for it. This actually looks familiar. Pawn takes, I think, bishop h3. I might have that in my course. But he takes with the queen, and now bishop c5 looks simple enough. There's no tricks, right? I don't think there's any tricks. Just keep playing fast. You got a minute advantage on the clock, John. Don't squander it. 2 bishops, nice. Queen c3. Yeah, I feel like he really wants to go to Sacktown on me. Do I play bishop h3 now and try to keep the pressure? I think that's not a bad idea. I'm going to do it. Bishop h3 and then probably castle short. Could also castle long, though. Looks interesting, but castle short seems more appropriate. Let's do it. No issues with the king with castling short. Castling long, there are a few more question marks. Let's go bishop b6. Close call between the two, but I need to play a move. I should be better here. I got the 2 bishops. White's pieces are awkwardly placed. And I'm up on the clock, perhaps most importantly. Ugh. Bishop there. All right, well. I'm definitely going to seize the opportunity to pressure you. All right, let's just do this. I want my bishop back in the game is the only thing. Just looking at all these different iterations. A5. It's a little tricky. All right, let's go rook b8. Just defend this in advance. Yeah, he's going to start playing fast. F6. Ooh, yeah, bishop H7 is a thing. Can I go here? I'm giving back all my time edge. I don't like that. Let's play like this. King up now. This, I think, is a nice construction, but I need to speed up. Must speed up. D8, maybe? I'm trying to keep white with these doubled pawns. That seems important. Trying to force white to continue playing with those. Finally takes, okay. Let's play like this. Okay. I think I'm winning the pawn now. And white has just a plethora of weak pawns. Like every pawn is weak for white. Not much white can do, actually, although I'm allowing some counterplay. Just keep the pressure on. White's going to play fast. Just remember that, John. King d4. I don't know why I allowed that. Check again. Oh, this feels so nervy, what I'm doing. Improve my king. Push the pawn now. Oh, too slow. Time finally caught up with me. Yeah, Title Tuesday inexperience showing. Yeah, that one hurts the most of all these games. Yeah, it was even in the middle game, and he just played faster than I did. Ruthless. Okay, final game. No time to whine about it. Let's try to get to 8. I think this is the final game, right? Yeah, 11 of 11. I don't know who this player is. I don't know Cyrillic that well. So, 3,000 rated I am. That was the story of today. Time was just a factor. You know, I won that king and rook versus king and rook against, who was it, Luca Moroni, I think, earlier. So, yeah, I count that one as a little gift in my favor. Okay, let's go for this fianchetto. No easy games in Title Tuesday. And this is the final round. Let's go queen c2. And d4. Just a very flexible position for both sides. Seize the center. Go knight e1, try to go to d3. I think makes a good deal of sense here. Yeah, just connect things. You'll notice my play style. I generally prefer clarity. I don't like to create too many complications if I don't have to. It's just usually the way I play chess. I'm not sure about b3. If black does some f5 related thing, I might regret that move. But we'll see if black goes for f5. For now, I'm just chilling. Yeah, black's going to try to rearrange. I think f5 is coming, but he wants the knight support. Bishop e2, f5, a3. He might go for f4. Maybe. Can also play bishop d2. Bishop e3, try to take on c5. Feels kind of weird. But maybe. Now let's go bishop b2. So if f5, I might actually take. I might, in fact, capture this pawn. I just don't want f4 coming, squishing my bishop. So let's see if he takes with the bishop. Yeah, he does. And now I was thinking knight e4. I do put myself in a pin, but seems okay. I can also play, I think I should go knight e4. Still, I have aspirations to go a3 and b4 eventually, but not yet. Could take on c5 and bishop e4. Just not that inspiring. Let's go a3. a4, a4, b4, knight b3, and then try to get into d4, possibly. Maybe black will do that if he really wants to make it sharp. Okay, so going for a doubling. Anything wrong with b4? Not that I see. Let's do it. Takes. Okay. Now rook a7 feels correct here. But there's bishop. Okay, there's bishop h3 I gotta watch for. So I might want to take first. Yeah, let's initiate the trade. And now rook a7. If I'm comfortable giving black the file for the time being. I need counterplay, so let's do it. It's a bit of a standoff here. Just a bit. Queen e4 looks interesting. Centralize. Yeah, I like these sort of coordinating moves. Discourages h4 as well. Really would like my bishop here now, though. I think that'd be nice to defend this pawn. So I might try to... Ooh, I didn't see this move. I might try to maneuver. Yeah, here's where bishop e3 would be great. f3? Could I play f3? Feels weird. f3, and then I take c7 at the end. Rook b3, that's a problem. Yeah, I might have to retreat. Come back and defend. Yeah, he's probing. Let's go here. I still want this construction. Could go queen g4 too. Oh no, queen g4, rook takes f2. Good thing I didn't do that. Will he try for h3? But if I get to play bishop e3, take. There's also bishop f4. Let's go bishop e3. And this might be a threat. He's kind of going for it now. Queen g4 would be nice on the next move. Let's pre-move this capture. Okay. Should be 5 queen g4. I feel like he can't really allow queen g4, and I think he knows it. So bishop takes b6 or bishop f4. Bishop f4. I'm going to try to cut his coordination a bit. Could sack the exchange, but I'm not sure he's going to get full comp. Trying to get at some of these weaknesses. He does sack the exchange. Okay. Queen e3 now? Or take? Probably queen e3. Queen f5, no. Okay. He's letting me take. Then he wants bishop e5. He's going for the attack. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea, actually. How do I defend against that? King g2, bishop e5, rook h1, maybe? I almost don't see another way. Ah, it's a great move. I don't see a good defense to this. King g2, bishop e5, rook h1. He's got rook f3 too. Yikes. All right, I got to take and try at least. Feels like I'm going down now, but I didn't know what else to do. Rook f4 is a problem. Rook f5 maybe also. Check. Just walks over. Hey. All right, I'm going to try something desperate. This doesn't work. He can take my rook. Yeah, it just doesn't work at all. All right. That was not a blunder, but I was just trying to connect my pieces together. Yeah. Time to resign. Oof. That was a well-played attack by my opponent if rook takes f4 was working out. I hate to lose the final games, but the poor time management, and then in this case, I think the rook sacrifice being good for black. Possibly I have a defense, but it's maybe tricky. Yeah, black has full compensation here. Yeah, this was good for black. I thought I was stabilizing. Maybe I don't have time for bishop e3. So this should go bishop f4 right away, but even then, it's decent for black. So bishop f4 immediately. Queen e7 or queen f5. Queen moves are better here. So how could I have defended? Queen g3, queen h5. Queen h2. Ah, that move didn't come to mind. Or rook a3. Ooh, that's a tough one. Rook a3 to try to set up queen h3. Yeah, queen h2 didn't cross my mind. Probably should have. Yeah, and now I'm losing. Rook f4 or rook f5 is winning here. And like I said, I saw this would happen, but I was just trying to create some counterplay. I thought if I could take on e4, but problem if I take on e4, I thought black was winning f2 somehow, but there's actually checkmates in other ways. Maybe would have been worth a shot, though, because at least they can't win f2. Yeah. Okay, well, I end a little disappointingly, but still I hit my target score, 7 out of 11. And let's watch this final game. Maybe it's over. Oh, Sina move ahead, 10.5 out of 11. Magnus on 9.5 out of 11. And looks like Sina move ahead is, yeah, just completely running away with this tournament. He already beat Magnus earlier. So, okay, I'm going to sign off this recording. Thank you guys so much for watching Title Tuesday from Oslo. Yeah, and here we have tournament over. Sina move ahead. Congratulations. I finished in 53rd place. Not bad with 472 players. 7 out of 11 was my target score. And I think I played up in a majority of rounds. So I ought to be pretty happy about that. But time management can be better in this 5-0 format. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks again to Take for having me. And I hope you're all doing well. I'll see you guys again soon.